Alright. Let's see if this actually works, because I've never streamed before, so... There we go. Still trying to figure out, like, this whole streaming setup thingamawhatser. I'm kind of wondering why Reshade didn't start either. And I know a lot of people don't really like Mass Effect Andromeda, but I've modded this game to the teeth. Oh no. Come on. Yeah. Here, let me... Game. Audio. Music volume. Okay. No. 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 Alright. Whee. Should probably go back to the Tempest. I kind of understand now why people like use multiple monitors and stuff. Isn't she so pretty? She's just so pretty. My rider is so pretty. P Jelly. And her name's Sarah, but it's not Sarah, it's Sarah, like Sarah from Dragon Age. Because that's just me. Because Sarah was never an agreeable girl. Her tongue tells tale of rebellion. I freaking love that song. Freaking love that song. Oh, look, it's my Turian girlfriend. I modded her to look better. Tell me about raising Sid. I don't know, like, is the audio on the game working? Kind of worried like the audio isn't working on the game. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Thank goodness for subtitles, am I right? I think a lot of people discount Mass Effect Andromeda because of the gameplay and how it kind of was just... Frosty is not exactly the best engine per se for a Mass Effect game. Like, don't get me wrong, graphically wise, I do kind of like the look of it, which I know people are like, oh, I don't like the look of it. Everybody looks so plastic and young. Well, I think what a lot of people don't realize about Mass Effect Andromeda is, like, it was supposed to be different than the original series. I mean, Ryder's like 23, 24, and Shepard's like my age. So Shepard's like 30, in their early mid-30s throughout the game. They're like 28, 29, I think, in Mass Effect 1. And so they're completely different points in your life. Because, like, I'm older. I'm in my mid-30s now. And who I was at 23 and who I am in my 30s is completely different. So I can totally understand, like, Ryder's nonchalantness, and people are like, oh, they don't like Ryder because they don't take things seriously. This isn't a military operation, this is a scientific operation. And I like to compare Mass Effect Andromeda to Star Trek Voyager. I grew up in a Trekkie household, so I grew up on Next Generation, and whatever am I gonna do? I think I was going to Havarl. I think I was gonna go finish doing Havarl. Anyways, but so I grew up watching Next Generation, and I love Next Generation, and I love it for what it is, and I kind of that's how I feel about the original series. I love the original Mass Effect series for what it is. I love Shepard. I love the Squad. I love all of them. But I also enjoy I also enjoy Mass Effect Andromeda because I can kind of see what it was supposed to be. I can kind of like understand what they were trying to do with it. And I do actually like a couple of the companions. Like, I love Vetra. Vetra is my girl. That's my wife. And I love Jaal. I love Jaal a lot. Like, those were excellent characters, and I feel like they get a lot of crap because at the end of the day, they're not what, I don't know, they're not what people wanted, and Mass Effect Andromeda was not what people wanted. And I get that, but at the same time, to completely discount a whole game because, oh, I don't like the way it came out, I don't like Ryder, and I can understand, like, you don't have to like Ryder, but I think people also need to acknowledge the fact that if you separate Mass Effect Andromeda from your expectations of the original series and see it for what it is, which is a spin-off, because that's what it is. It's a spin-off, it's a sequel, it's its own thing. I think when people start to kind of, I don't know, realize that it changes your perspective, because I at first did not like Mass Effect Andromeda at all. And I found a lot of the gameplay frustrating, and truthfully, like, without mods, it is an extraordinarily frustrating game to play. I feel like a lot of the classes were not done well, and being someone who really likes lore, there was some pretty important little tidbits that did come up and have issue with lore-wise and things like that, and it's frustrating for me because I wanted to love this game so badly, and I wanted to really enjoy it because I really like Dragon Age Inquisition. It's probably my favorite game, and I'll stream it eventually. I'll stream my Soul of Ellen canon playthrough at some point, but I absolutely miss that kind of element, and I think Mass Effect Andromeda, because of how big it is, and I think that's another thing like people get frustrated about, is because it is a very big game. It takes me longer to finish a Mass Effect Andromeda playthrough than it does to take me to finish an entire Mass Effect Original Trilogy playthrough. So that just kind of speaks to like how big this game is. Also, can we just acknowledge the fact that my Quarian outfit is on point? I would love to be able to have played a Quarian, and I don't know, I'm really attached to the Quarian race just as a people because my background on my dad's side is Traveler, and they just culturally and like their story and their backstory and like how they're kind of exiled amongst, you know, trying to, I don't know, atone and all of that. Like, it just hit some pretty, I don't know. It hit me in the feels, and Tali in particular, like, she's just this little twitchy thing in the first Mass Effect game, and that just reminds me so much of me, because especially as, like, that teenager, because I think, like, what, Tally has to be, like, maybe 19, 20 in the first game, like, she's a baby. And then, like, you see her grow up, and I love Tally for that. Like, I absolutely love the fact that Tally is, she just grows in the series, and I know, like, a lot of, she's a huge fan favorite for good reason. um Same with Garrus. Garrus is a fan favorite for good reason, and I think a lot of times, like, people overlooked the squad mates in Andromeda because we were so attached to our squad in the original trilogy. Like, I know people, like, I know friends that, like, Garrus is everything, you know? And they they actually enjoy Mass Effect Andromeda too. And I think that's, like, kind of the nice thing, because, like, my friends also like it. So, I mean, at least I can talk to my friends about it, you know? Um, and not feel judged. Because sometimes, like, within the community, if you say you like Mass Effect Andromeda, they're like, oh, you get judged. And I mean, I'm not saying that it's better by any means than the original trilogy. I enjoy the combat of the game. That's, like, a huge part of it. Like, I do enjoy the combat of this game a lot. And I also really enjoy the worlds. I think that the worlds out here are beautiful. I think that we get the, I don't know how to say it. Like, I like the fact that we're outside of the Milky Way galaxy, because I don't know. I like Voyager. Like, let me just explain this. So, you know how I was making the analogy about, like, Star Trek Next Generation, and how it, you know, kind of reminds me of, you know, that's the situation. You get, like, um you get people who really are just, like, so into what they are used to. So, like, they're used to X, Y, and Z. Like, they grew up on, like, let's just use Next Generation as an example. And so, like, let's say you grew up on Next Generation, and, like, that was your end all be all Star Trek. That's, like, how you I guess, like, perceived that media was through Next Generation. And because of that, like, you have your own opinions about all the other series. Like, you have your own opinion about Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which, I mean, I love Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Not everybody loves Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And I enjoy Andromeda. Not, well, not Andromeda. Well, I do enjoy Andromeda, but, like, I enjoy Deep Space Nine. I enjoy Voyager. I enjoy all these things. And what gets me is, when I would talk within the Star Trek community, a lot of people give me crap because Janeway is my favorite captain. And I've never, ever, ever minced words to the fact that she was my favorite captain, because of the fact that she's a woman. And for me, as a teenager, I started watching Voyager at the right point in time, and it was kind of like I started playing Mass Effect Andromeda at the right point in my life, because I was at this really depressive point, and I was looking just for something to give me the feels that I had with Mass Effect, but different at the same time, because I wanted something different. I wanted something new. I wanted to just, I don't know, enjoy something for what it was. And I finally got around to playing sorry, Vetra, my love. I finally got around to playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and I'm really glad I did, and I'm really glad that I did at the point that I did, because I think going through and having, like, a whole bunch of mods and stuff in really does help this game a lot. Definitely with graphics and things of that nature, and the little, how do I put it, quirks of the game, being able to go in and mod and fix things and make things easier. And I have the multiple romance mod too, mostly because I was just trying to acquire cutscenes for lore videos I want to do on my lore channel when I get that started. I don't know if like this is just going to be like my live streaming channel because it's my most established channel. So, I mean, I've had this channel for a dog's age at this point. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what I do. I don't, like I said, this is not like a big stream. This is just me trying to see how it comes out because I haven't ever really streamed before. I've wanted to stream for a really long time, like back even when I was doing Fallout content, and I might do some Fallout content again because I did get it on PC. So I'm definitely like curious to try out some mods on PC for Fallout 4, and if that's something like people would like to see, I'm absolutely down to reinstall that and get some mods. And you know, if people have suggestions for mods, like by all means, please, for the love of all things holy, just like give me an idea of what you would like to see. I mean, within reason, because I do have to like kind of tell you guys, like, I'm not the richest of people. I can't be like, getting new games constantly, but there are some new games that I really want to get in the nearish future. Baldur's Gate's one of them. I mean, I desperately want Baldur's Gate. I don't know if I would play Harry Potter just because I am non-binary and my pronouns are they, them. And I do take issue with J.K. Rowling on a lot of things, but I also grew up absolutely adoring Harry Potter, and it got me through some really crappy times in my life, if I'm going to be quite honest. So I'm kind of at this juxtaposition of whether or not I want to play the Hogwarts game. My friend is playing it. Oh, excuse me. I have, I'm getting over pneumonia. And so, sorry about the cough. But, as I was saying, my friend's playing Hogwarts, the new Hogwarts game. And she's loving it. And, I mean, I might play that in the future. I want to get Destiny Lightfall, so badly, because it just kind of, it's giving me cyberpunk vibes. It's missing something. I didn't mean to do that. But, okay, good job. I approve. I want to play Lightfall, and I want to maybe see if I can get Cyberpunk working, but I have a lot of fear about that because, fun story, when Cyberpunk first came out, I had a laptop, and it was a gift from my best friend. What's up, Toast? You know who you are. Not burnt toast. This is buttered toast. Totally different person. But I call her Toast. She's Toasty. She's my spinster wife, best friend, partner in crime, all of the above, She's my Mass Effect pusher. She was the one who was like, excuse you, ma'am, you need to play Mass Effect right now. So that, I don't know, she's my game pusher. Like, she got me into Destiny, but at the same time, like, I got her into Far Cry. So, that's fun. We might do a Far Cry 5 playthrough just because I miss John Seed so much. Like, gorgeous man. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pixels. Plus I just love Far Cry 5. It's just such a beautiful game. It's such a peaceful game. Like, I spend so much time walking around in that game just looking at things because it's just gorgeous. So yes, we might do some of that in the future. I also like to sometimes get some random keys off of G2A. So we might just like, I have a bunch of games that I've gotten through them because it's just like, mystery box type thing. I love a good mystery box. So we might play some of those games. Some of those games just look really like nothing I would ever play. So we might try those in the near future on stream as well. I have a lot of stuff on Steam. I really, really, really want Red Dead Redemption. I've never played it. I would really like to play it. I've heard really amazing things about that game for years now, so I definitely, if I can catch Red Dead Redemption 2 on sale at some point in the near future, I probably am going to snag it, and we can play some Red Dead Redemption. The other game that I'm really kind of interested in possibly getting, because I've seen really good things about the online community of it, is I'm thinking about getting Grand Theft Auto. I've never played Grand Theft Auto. Like, that's my partner's, like, that's his kind of sphere, is like racing games, car games, those types of things. So it would be interesting for me to actually play Grand Theft Auto, because it's just not the type of game that I normally would play. So that's definitely something I'm curious. Plus, Steve Ogg, he was on The Walking Dead. And I love I love the season he was on The Walking Dead. Like, I really, really, like, that season to me was peak Walking Dead. Like, that was Negan's, that was the age of Negan. And I know a lot of people, like, the chemistry between Jeffrey Dean Morgan and, what is his name? Oh, he was in Love Actually, Rick Grimes, come on, brain work. Anyways, Andrew Lincoln. The chemistry between Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Andrew Lincoln is top tier, and probably, like, why I like that season so much is because, like, that antagonism between each other was just chef kiss. Let's see. Ow. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream and see how it came out. I'm kind of a little bit nervous about it, but I hope if anybody actually watched the stream, thank you for coming and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I definitely will be streaming more at some point in the future as I figure out how to get all this working. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and peace, love.